Guys, so I finally installed it. That's it right there. Woo! Guys, so today is the day I will be installing the cold air intake for the C6 Mustang.
C6 Mustang.
Oh God!
C6 Mustang.
God, please, no!
This is the intake that I believe is the best for any C6. A lot of people complain that it sucks water. You know, they do sell covers for that. I'm not going to be running it in the rain, so it doesn't really matter. It's pretty dry out here. This is the Vararam intake. I hope I said that right. Yeah, supposedly this thing it produces the most horsepower of any intake. That is why I got it. On top of that, I like how it looks. I like how it looks. It looks a little cheapy, you could say, but might be a little bit cheap looking, but they have one thing in mind and one thing only, and that is to get horsepower. Also, I ran to Harbor Freight and I picked up this little cutter so I could cut that piece of plastic, and then a Dremel just to clean up around so it could look good. Got two little pieces for the machine. Little cutter. See, as you can tell, it says for plastic. All right, let's get started. I forgot to mention, they have all the stuff that you need. Also, like the template cut out, which is really cool. Let's go. All right, guys. So sorry if you hear a lot of traffic in the back. It's unfortunate, but we are gonna start by removing this cold air intake. All right, so it looks like we have one of these. I don't know if you can see that. One of those little stars. Yep, the perfect size. Thank God. So look, if you're watching this, just be ready to race that Evo. Let me tell you that. Just listen when I say that. All right, buddy. Okay, we're gonna carefully remove this mass airflow sensor. I'm gonna put this away. You don't want to get it dirty, no dust particles on it, so put it somewhere safe. Alright, if you guys are watching this, I'm sorry. I don't know what this kid did here. Super rusty. I'm gonna make sure I clean that up. Like, look at this. My gosh, this kid did not take care of the car. I feel so bad. I'm starting to fix it up little by little. So, do you have a problem with spray paint like I do? Yeah? Get the
Nobody's
can. Just
gonna
get
know.
the whole can.
Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know? How would they know? How would they know?
Bam! Like new. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do is cut this out. And this is going to go just like that. I'm going to cut out that template. Alright guys, so I got this cut out. I'm just basically going to stick it in here. Just like how it's supposed to go like that. I'm assuming like this. Alright, now with the marker, I'm just gonna kind of trace it. Yep. Alright, let's get Alright guys, so usually for this part,
Have a beautiful time.
they say to use an X-Acto knife, but for the most part, the people on YouTube that use one actually struggled a lot. I'm gonna use this right here. I picked this up for $30 at Harbor Freight. Basically, try your hardest not to actually go too deep, because there is a AC unit in here, AC compressor or condenser, whatever you want to call it. If you puncture that, obviously you won't have AC. So, whoa, safety always number one. Let's go. Alright guys, so I actually didn't think it'd be that hard, but it is, especially when you're nervous about cutting that literally right underneath. So yeah, I basically got everything out. Probably just a little bit of plastic that I need to cut, which would be that right there. Alright, so I got that last piece finally. Just came right out. So look at that.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Dude, wait. Unfortunately, I made the biggest mistake ever. So I cut off a little bit too much, as you can tell. I was actually just supposed to cut off this. This is what you're supposed to look at. And I cut off this. So I'm guessing I'm just gonna try to figure a way how to glue this back on with some really strong plastic glue. Alright guys, so I didn't decide to put the plastic back on. Unfortunately, just cut out. Hey guys, so I finally installed it. That's it right there. And in my opinion, I don't like how it sticks out so high. It's just really awkward. But it does manage to close, so yeah, it just closes, no problem. Okay, so overall, they don't give you no instructions. Their instructions are trash. They're not gonna help you at all. So the installation took me a little bit longer. It would have been 30 minutes, but then I broke that, and then I was like, Now I am gonna run this for about 100 miles without accelerating, I guess. They say to do that so it could settle in, so the computer could get used to the new intake. So we'll be back after 100 miles. I guess, so yeah, we'll be going for a 100-mile drive. Okay, so it is the next day. I already put 100 miles on it. So I already drove the 100 miles with it. For some reason, I did give it a little gas yesterday, and I felt like it was quicker. I don't know if that was in my head. And then obviously, you know, I'm gonna throw on that additional. I will show you what part it is at the end of this video. I will put both these parts in and then tune it, obviously. Okay, so let's head out to Mexico and do those runs. All right, guys, so here's run 1. So it looks like we have a little bonus. There's a 5.0. Looks like a 2018, a 2020. We're about to see if he wants to race. So he said, yeah. Woo! All right, guys. So we got that win with the new intake in. That was a good race. He was a real cool guy. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about this intake and the tires, man. Those are game changers. We're about to see the 0 to 60s. I'm gonna time them. You guys probably already seen them. I haven't yet, so we're about to see. There, just as I said, I'm gonna show the head. Oh shoot! Woo! Yep, I got some headers. Let's reveal them already. Now also the review, kind of my opinion point of this intake. Overall, it's a really cool intake. I didn't like the quality of it. Really cheap. One of the clips even pops out, and it just kind of aggravated me how like cheap the quality is. It seems like they just wanted to pump them out, you know. There's a point in quality where you just you know, it's really cheap. You know, I said in the beginning of the video, oh, they're thinking about power, that's all I care about. No, there's a point where it's too much, you know. Like that clip popping out was kind of like a turn off, guys. So we have the box right here. Well, we look at that. No, I'm just kidding. I feel like a kid on Christmas. Bam! Some long tube headers. Yep. Right. So we will be installing these. I'm gonna try to take a shot at it myself and try to install them. I'm gonna say tomorrow. But yeah. Alright guys, so we are gonna be ending the video there. Make sure you like and subscribe. Try to get me to 1,000 before, what, the end of this year? Ooh, that would be dope.